So hi guys, how's it going? This week I'm going to be talking about the new Waves plugin, the Curves Equator. Introducing the Curves Equator, a smarter way to tackle resonance suppression and frequency unmasking. Whether you're working on a full mix, vocals, instruments, or samples, the Equator will immediately enhance your sound by removing problematic frequencies, fixing resonances, and balancing inconsistencies. What sets the Equator apart is its ability to learn from your content, providing a personalized resonance suppression curve that prevents over-processing. Plus, it can analyze the competing part through the sidechain, applying an inverse suppression curve to your source dynamically. With Equator, you can unmask tracks and lift the blanket off your mix in no time. I'm going to use the Curves Equator to solve two of the biggest problems I have mixing, which are bass and keeping it within good limits, and also the top end, cymbals and sibilants, using the Curves Equator to control both these things. This is not a sponsored video, although Waves did give me access to the plugin in advance. I think that this possibly could be a Soothe killer. So let's get the big question out of the way first. The Soothe is $200, and the Curves Equator has an introductory price of $39. So I'm going to start out using the Curves Equator to remove some bottom end from a song that I have. Now this is a song from my last album, so the song is already released and it's done, but I remember this one being a problem with lots of bass end in it. I'm going to start it straight away, and then I'm going to turn on the Equator just to show you that it actually does something straight away. On, and now I'm going to turn the Equator on here. So straight away, it starts dropping some of the bass in the top there. Now the first thing I would do is add a point, and then I would select from the type I want here, so this would be for a low cut. So I want to take that, and you can see how this is pulling that down almost exactly like the Soothe. So let's go from off to on. So you can really hear the difference there. I'll turn it back on. So it kind of just grabs it and brings it down, tames the bass end of this thing. I really like it. You could grab this here and bring the entire amount down by pulling it down. Another thing you can do is to run the sidechain. You select the audio source for your sidechain up here, then you hit learn. It takes a couple of seconds and it learns the curve that it thinks you should use. Then I just hit apply. Because it's sidechained to the kick, I'll use the rider, and you see that now it's being cut out when the kick drum hits. Turn it off, so that's off, and back on right now. Just taming the bass. If you want more cut, just grab this here and bring it down. In this situation, you want to cut the bottom end out, and that is exactly what it's doing. There's a mix, so you can bring in the amount of mix you want. You can tilt this, just like a tilty cube, and using the shape, you can bring less or more of the curve in. You see, like that. So if you want it more defined or less defined. I mean, it's pretty much exactly like the Soothe. It's doing exactly what I want it to do. Any plugin that makes EQing easier for you. It's a really hard thing to get right, a very crucial part of the mix. All right, so we'll try another song. And this one, I'm trying to sort out the high end with the cymbals and the hi-hats. So let's just see what it sounds like. So I'm going to do just the drums. I'm going to start by having the Curves Equator learn the song. And then I'm going to use the drag down to increase the amount that the Curves Equator is taking out. Now I'm going to change the tilt. I think that works well. I mean, that's exactly what I'm trying to do, just to tame the top end a little bit so it's not hard on the ear. You can also just make a point and change the style of shelf and then just bring that down as well. So you see it's cutting out the stuff at the top here, and I can bring that down even more. You can almost get rid of the cymbals altogether. At the bottom here, they have the advanced controls, so you just click on that. These all speak for themselves: attack, release, and precision, tilt frequency, the smoothness of the curve, and obviously the balance and so on. Because I'm just trying to get rid of the top end in this one, I don't need to use the sidechain. We've looked at the sidechain already. The Soothe is 200 euros. For those of us that don't want to spend that kind of money, the Waves Curves Equator is fantastic and a deal at 39. So I would suggest to go out and try it first. There'll be a link down below, so please use that. I get a small affiliate fee for that. Waves haven't asked me to do anything, and I'm not being paid for this. This is just my opinion. So we'll see you guys again next week. Woo!